Oh, wow. Look at these. Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make vegan poutine, and I discovered this recently when I was in Montreal and I had one of the best times ever. I met some of the nicest people I've ever met. I attended Montreal Vegan Festival before Christmas last year, and it was incredible. I had such an amazing time. I did a cooking demo in front of over 700 people. I met so many people, and this recreation of then Canada's national dish is my thanks to them for being so kind. So for anyone that doesn't know what poutine is, it consists of fries, cheese curds and gravy. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't eaten poutine prior to being vegan. I'd never actually been to Canada up until last year, and I've done a bit of research and I've seen online what it sort of consists of and what makes a good poutine just from looking online. All I know is that if I make amazing fries and incredible vegan gravy coupled with my vegan cheese that I'm going to serve with it, this could be as good as any poutine ever made, in my opinion. I wish I had someone from Canada here to come and taste it and let me know, but I'm going to serve it to my crew and see what they think. And I just want to say that this is dedicated to all the lovely people that I met in Montreal when I was there just before Christmas last year. So let me get straight into it. First up, I'm going to prepare the fries, and I've got some lovely Welsh Maris Piper potatoes. These are literally grown not far from my house, and I'm going to cut these up really fine with the skin on. Give your potatoes a wash and chop them into fine chips. So guys, now I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect fries. So in my opinion, to get the perfect fries, you have to cook them 3 times in oil. The first fry is in oil that is set at 100 degrees, so something like that. And basically you just need to blanch them. You need to cook them till they're just about soft, so that when you cook them for the second and the third time, all it's going to do is help them crispen up and get some colour. After the first fry, I'll get them in the fridge because that's dry air, and the air will suck out any moisture, and that will result in a crispier chip, crispier fries. They call them fries in Canada and America. I need to remember that. I'm actually to be cooking my chips in a pan full of oil, only filled around halfway high so it doesn't overflow when the chips go in. If you're using a deep fat fryer, set it to around 100 degrees for the first fry, as I said before, and please be very careful, put the pan at the back of the stove. And if you're using a saucepan to check it's hot enough, just put something wooden inside it, like this bamboo on here. And if it sizzles, the residual water that's in that wood is sizzling, so you know it's hot enough. I'm gonna get these chips in now for the first fry. For the first fry, cook them for around 3 to 4 minutes. So that's the first fry done. I'm gonna let these cool slightly before getting them in the fridge for about half an hour so that the air dries them out and they get really crispy once I fry them for the last couple of times. Now it's time to make a really nice gravy. One thing I will say, if you don't want to fry things and use oil, you can do this in the oven. I would just get them on a baking tray with some seasoning, maybe some herbs, bang them in the oven for around 30 minutes, set at 180 degrees. They'll be still nice and crisp. So for my gravy, now I think I'm kind of a king at gravies. That's a bit big-headed, I apologize, but I really take pride in my sauces, and it's something that you learn when you're cooking in professional kitchens to get your sauces right. And it's all about your base ingredients and all the flavors you're trying to pack into it, especially with vegan gravies. You need to get as many different vegetables as you can in it that are bold, and also the cooking method as well. I want to try and get some caramelization on the vegetables as they're cooking, which will result in a great tasting gravy and also a good coloured gravy as well. So my base for this gravy is going to be red onion, garlic, celery, leek, carrots and mushrooms. And those stock ingredients are going to make this gravy taste incredible. So let's get chopping and I'll show you how to cook it. First up, roughly chop red onion, garlic, celery and carrots. Just give the garlic a good bash. Don't worry about the skin, just leave them on. Right, let's get this cooking. Place a big saucepan over a high heat and add a touch of oil. When the pan is hot, add all the veg. Meanwhile, chop up your mushrooms. So you just want to cook the hell out of this. You want to get a lot of colour on there. Wait till everything sort of shrinks down and then you can add the mushrooms. So just keep cooking until there's loads of colour. We will be able to get everything in this pan, I promise you. Add a generous amount of sea salt and black pepper. Once the veg is cooked down and there's room for the mushrooms, add them to the pan. Okay guys, look at that. Everything is sort of softened now. All the natural sugars have come out of the vegetables and that is caramelized, and that is where the flavour is coming from. I've got to turn the heat down and finish it off basically, so let's do that. Next into the pan, add a few tablespoons of flour. You can use gluten-free if you like. So I've just added that flour and I'm going to let that cook off now, and the reason I've added that is that will help thicken the sauce or the gravy. So let the flour cook out for a few minutes, let it coat every piece of veg, and this is smelling incredible already, but there's still a few more ingredients to add to make it even better. Next to the pan, add some herbs. I'm using some dried rosemary and some fresh thyme, and that's what I had lying around, but add whatever you like. Right guys, now we need to deglaze this pan with some liquids. Now I'm going to add some white wine and some vegetable stock. If you want to keep this alcohol free, just do more veg stock and no wine obviously. You can also use red wine, you can also use cider. Each one will taste obviously slightly different and will result in a different kind of gravy. And what I'm going to do when the liquids go in there is scrape all that caramelization off the bottom of the pan, which will result in that amazing flavoursome gravy. Next into the pan, I'm going to add some soy sauce. So the next ingredient I'm going to add is some marmite. I think it's also called Vegemite in certain places. If you can't find that, just add some miso paste. Marmite is a yeast extract and it's got a really bold umami flavour. It's also dark in colour, so it'll help colour the gravy. And it's a secret ingredient really of mine that will just add a huge punch to this beautiful sauce. Guys, look at that already. All that flavour, the colour, the thickness already is absolutely incredible. But what I'm going to do is leave this to cook out for a few minutes. I'd say at least 15 to 20 minutes. It will thicken up, the flavours will intensify, and by that time that's done, my chips should be done as well. And that's what I'm going to do next. It's time for the second fry. Boom! Oh, wow! Look at these. So here's the chips after one cooling in the fridge. You can see they have dried out slightly. The fridge has done its magic. And now I'm going to get them into the oil for the second time, and I've upped the oil temperature. Well, I sort of have. I've just turned the heat up on it to, I'd say it's going to be around 130 degrees now. And this is the first fry to get some colour and some crispness on them, okay? And this is why we're frying them for the second time now. Fry the chips until they're nice and golden. So guys, we've got some nice colour on these chips now, fries now, and also my gravy is thickened up beautifully. So what I'm going to do is get these fries out, put them aside, strain off the gravy, and then once the gravy's done, fry the chips for one final time at a temperature set at 180 degrees, just so they crispen and colour, and then they'll be ready to serve. Let's do it. Strain the gravy through a sieve, pressing on the vegetables, releasing their flavour. Let's have a little taste of this gravy. The consistency of that gravy is absolutely perfect. If your gravy's too thin, let it reduce down. If it's too thick, add more vegetable stock. Let's taste this. Oh my God. I'm sorry, but I did say I was a sauce king. That is unreal. Right, now it's time to fry off the chips for the last time and get this plated up. I hope I'm doing poutine justice. I really am. I'm, you know, doing the best chips possible. I'm doing the best gravy possible. And obviously it wouldn't be poutine without cheese curds. Now what I'm gonna do with that, is serve my vegan mozzarella. For the recipe for that, you can find it by clicking at one of these sides here. I should know that by now, seeing as I've been on YouTube for 2 years, but the mozzarella, I've let that set and cool, and I'm gonna be able to break it into bits, almost like cheese curds. And when the hot gravy goes on top, it will melt as well. So fingers crossed, I'm doing this this dish justice. Okay, let's fry those chips off for the last time. Fry the chips one last time over very high heat until they're nice and golden. Line a baking tray with kitchen paper to soak up any excess oil when the chips come out. Oh my word, look how golden these chips have gone now. And as I'm putting this spider in, I can feel the crispness. And that is a sign of a good fry. Let's get these out now. Wow, look at them. These are looking amazing. My nan used to say she used to make the best chips ever. I'm hoping these are as good as hers. Right, to keep these crisp, whilst I'm plating up, we need to add some seasoning, salt and pepper. Right, so this is my mozzarella, and I'm just gonna make this into little pieces or cheese curds with my spoon. Right guys, let's pour this gravy over the top. I'm so excited. Wow guys, this is literally mouth-watering. I can't wait any longer. I need to give this a taste. Wow, something so simple, just tasting absolutely incredible. If you get the chips right, you get the gravy right, and you've got the cheese, this is actually an incredible dish, and I can understand now why it's Canada's national dish. Thank you to the people of Montreal for being so kind when I was there just before Christmas at Montreal Vegan Festival. It was amazing. I'd love to go back, and I'm so happy I left there with the knowledge of poutine, and I'm happy that I'm able to veganize it. I hope I've done the dish justice. This is how I imagined it, with my special gravy and the triple cooked chips. Anyway, hope you try the recipe. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next week. Please like, share and comment. Please subscribe, because when I reach 1 million subscribers, I'll open a restaurant. So please subscribe. My books are out now, Vegan 100 and Vegan Christmas. You can get them by clicking the link below. This is just too good. See you soon, guys.